Hi, I'm Peasgood, head chef at the Hercules in Chini. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare and cook and finish a game casserole. So to start with, I've got a selection of some game in the tray here. Pigeon, pheasant, partridge and some duck, which has just been diced up. So to start with, we'll just season it up. I've got some coarse sea salt and some cracked black pepper. I'm going to add in some bay leaf. And then we'll add some diced onion, some thyme and rosemary, and some shredded leek. So I'm just going to get on with that process of dicing the onion. Very simple and easy thing to do. It doesn't have to be very fine. I tend to do mine about 1/4 inch dice. Just to give some nice body into getting the marination going into the game meat itself. And again with the leek, just nice and fine slices. Again, we'll break them down as we mix it into the game at a later date. I've got some rosemary which I'm just going to pull off the stalk, sit into the top. A little bit of thyme as well. And a couple of final ingredients. We're going to put some garlic in and some cabbage supplement. And nice, just roughly slice up the garlic. Onto the top. And then grab the Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and we're just going to pour it over the top. This sort of wine glass full. And then we're just going to mix it in. Get all the flavours getting around together. And then we'll literally give that a good 12 hours to overnight to marinate and infuse the flavours before we start the cooking process the following day. Okay, so that's the game mix all prepped, marinating. I've cling filmed it over and I'm going to pop it in the fridge now for 12 hours so that all the flavours will infuse into the meat. Okay, so we're going to continue on from marinating the meat. We're going to get a pan nice and hot. We're going to put a little splash of veg oil in. Just a little bit to go at the bottom of the pan. We want it nice and hot so that we're actually going to seal the meat rather than stew it down to start with. So I'm going to take a spoon. You see it's got a nice little bit of splash to it. A nice little sizzle. So all we're going to do is move the meat around a little bit at a time, just so it starts to seal on each side. Start to move around, even though we've already seasoned it while we're marinating it, we'll put a little bit more salt and pepper into the pan as well. So we're starting to get a nice bit of golden colour onto the meat itself. So we're nearly ready for the process of, my way, I add a little touch of flour in at this stage before I add the liquid, because that acts as my thickening agent to get a nice consistent sauce to let the meat braise down in. Okay, I'm just add a little bit of the plain flour in. This acts as my thickening agent for the sauce. So it's roughly probably about 2 dessertspoons worth of flour. And then we're just going to mix it in completely, give it about a minute or so to start cooking through, and then we're going to add in the liquid for the actual cooking stock. As you see, it starts to sort of cling together slightly. We've got all the white flour all the way cooked out. So at this stage now, so I have a hose by the side of the stove, but roughly about half a pint of water, and then just start mixing it in slowly, still keeping the heat on high, just for the time being while we get it all sort of mixed up and together. So I've got to a stage where it's nicely mixed in. We're going to turn the heat down, and I've got some root vegetables, carrot, swede, I've got some celery, some parsnip. It's already diced. I'm just going to pop in the top of the pan, mix them in, turn the heat down, and then just leave it to simmer for about an hour and a half roughly. Put the case in after that, just checking the meat to make sure it's nice and tender, the sauce should be nice and thick, and then you'll be able to enjoy a nice game casserole. Okay, so I've got some diced carrot, diced parsnip, swede, a bit more leek and some celery. Just going to add this into the casserole itself. Mix it up, then we're going to turn the heat down and just leave it to simmer, braise through for about an hour and a half roughly. Okay, we've had the game mix braising down for about an hour and a half roughly now. It's got a nice consistency of the casserole and the pie. So all we're going to do now is just colour it up, a little bit of gravy browning. You literally add a little drop at a time, just so it colours off, gives you a nice colour to enjoy. It'll take a couple of minutes for it to sort of get the colour into it. The reason for doing it a little bit at a time is if you do too much, it will turn it really black. So you add a little bit, again, mainly for the colour side of things. There you go, I've added about two little drops in, and the colour's almost ready and fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, so the game casserole is now ready for us to serve up. I'm happy with the quality of the meat, it's nice and tender, the colour and the flavour. I'm going to turn the heat down. I've got a ladle, so all I'm going to do is mix the casserole around together. And then just going to ladle it into my sort of middle of crusade casserole dishes I've got. Now for us at the Hercules, we like to do it a different couple of ways. So we would either do the casserole like itself and serve it with the lid on with a choice of your potato, or our other version that we like to do is we have some puff pastry which we bake off, make a nice lid and serve as well, again with a choice of your potato. Hi, it's Chris again from the Hercules guys at Chini. I hope you enjoyed the process of the game pies, just in the stage that we do here. I hope you had fun and enjoyed making them at home.